Hey guys, my name is Amanda. Welcome to my channel. I'm so glad to have you here today. Let's jump right into the DIYs. For DIY number 1, I'm going to show you how I made this absolutely gorgeous wood heart stand. Today we're going to be working with wood, which I absolutely love to do. So I'm going to begin with this wood heart cutout from Dollar Tree in the Valentine's section, and a Dollar Tree margarita glass that I had already painted with white chalk paint, and it had already been Mod Podge for a previous project. But I am going to go ahead and paint that wooden heart with my Waverly Plaster chalk paint, and I'm going to paint over that margarita glass with my Waverly Ballet Slipper chalk paint. Once I have both of my pieces done, and I do paint the heart on both sides, I will be ready to move on. So while I'm painting that margarita glass, I just want to say thank you so much for stopping by my channel. I'm so thrilled to have you here today. If you've not subscribed to my channel and you like what you see, please consider subscribing and hit that thumbs up button. Also, hit the bell button so you're notified every time that I upload. Now, I found these absolutely gorgeous Dollar Tree wall stickers, and I'm going to be using them. I have found them last year as well and made a couple things with them, so I was excited to add to my collection. So I put a whole sticker in the middle of that heart, and then I cut another sticker in half so that I can just kind of put pieces toward the edges of that heart. So I put one on either side, covering up that little hole that was there for the original hanger. I just place the sticker how I like it and trim off the excess with my scissor. Now for some more of these stickers, I'm going to trim off the leaves so that they fit the way that I want them to. So for this heart, I use a total of 3 stickers. 2 of them are cut in half, and then of course I have the one whole one in the middle. But you could do this however you like, just placing it down, pushing it down, and trimming off excess. This is how I chose to do mine, and I think it looks so pretty. So once that is done, I'm going to Mod Podge over the top of it. You can use any type of Mod Podge you like. This is the only type I had on hand, the dishwashable kind. Of course, I will not be popping this in my dishwasher, but however. I also Mod Podge over my margarita glass again now that it is painted with my new color of Waverly Valley Slipper. Now I'm going to be using hot glue to attach my heart to the bottom of that margarita glass, but you could use any adhesive that you like. Now I'm taking this beautiful Dollar Tree heart lace, and I'm going to go all around the edge of my heart with some hot glue. I'm just making sure that the edge of that ribbon matches up with the edge of the heart, going all the way around and trimming off the excess. Please be careful of your fingers. Dollar Tree does sell finger protectors. They also sell a little silicone spatula that you could use to protect your fingers as well. And then once you are done with that, this thing is looking absolutely gorgeous. Originally, I had just left it like this, but when I made another piece in this set and I distressed it, I decided this one needed to be distressed as well because it was so pretty and I wanted them to match. So once I get this done exactly how I want it, I will be distressing over the top a little bit with some antique wax. So here's what it looks like. I'm just going to take an old brush and some antique wax and just go over the top. Of course, that Mod Podge is dry. The Mod Podge I applied over the top. And here I am just dry brushing the antique wax. Absolutely gorgeous. And I did the base, which is our margarita glass as well. And here is what it looks like with my gorgeous coffee bar that I just shared in my last video. It blends in so well and just looks so nice and so perfect for the season of love and Valentine's Day. I will probably leave it out for Easter as well. So here's kind of what this corner looks like. Again, in case you missed my last video, which I will link in the description box. Okay guys, let's talk about today's challenge. Today's challenge is What Would You Make? It is hosted by Zaina at OK at Home DIY and Connie. Connie's Creative Creations, and I am their guest host this month. I am so excited that they asked me to join. I'm so honored. These ladies are amazing creators. So here is a couple of pictures of some of the things that Connie has done. She is so talented, and I'm going to show you a couple of pictures of things that Zaina has done. These ladies are absolutely amazing. They will be linked in my description box as well as our playlist. Please stop by and check everybody out. And thank you to them for allowing me to join. All right, guys, DIY number 2 is this gorgeous shallow crate that you can put all kinds of stuff in. So I began by taking these 2 wooden crates from Dollar Tree, a package of Dollar Tree rulers, although I'm only going to be using 1. And I also am going to be using 2 of these Dollar Tree Valentine's book stacks. I began by removing the plastic off the book stacks and the ribbon off the book stacks. Once my book stacks are prepared, I'm going to be gluing them side by side like so. I am just using Gorilla Hot Glue, but you could use any adhesive that you felt necessary. This held pretty well for me. Now I'm going to go ahead and bust those crates up. I want the sides. Now the reason why I'm doing this and not just using the rulers is because the rulers are just a tiny bit too short. So I'm taking the sides of these crates. So I need 4 of the sides in total, and I'm going to be making 2 sets to make the length that I need to go across my long book stack. Now I do take a little piece off what was the end of this crate just to attach my 2 pieces together, if that makes sense. So I have 2 pieces from each crate, and I'm just attaching them together with a little spare piece of wood that I had broken off the excess of that crate. And don't worry, you guys, I will be reusing the wooden pieces, particularly the bottoms of these crates. I have another project in mind. So this is what it looks like. You'll have 2 sets of these crate pieces put together. So the front and the back of our brand new crate. And then I'm going to use 1 ruler. I'm going to remove the little measurement tabs off, and I'm going to go ahead and cut down 2 pieces that will cover the end gaps there on the top of our crate. Hopefully all of that makes sense. I know you can see what I'm doing, but if you still have any questions, please feel free to ask below in the comments. So here I am just gluing on the ends of these crates, and once this crate is all assembled, I'm going to go ahead and give it a very generous coat of my Waverly Plaster Chalk Paint. And if you have any ends that are a little bit jagged, you can just go ahead and sand them with a Dollar Tree sanding sponge or any sandpaper that you have on hand. Now here I want to go ahead and mention that I did also, in the assembly of the crate, you may have seen me using another glue as well as my hot glue. I did use some Dollar Tree tacky glue as well because I didn't have any wood glue on hand, but you could use whatever you liked. So now I'm taking those Dollar Tree wall stickers again, and I'm going to place one down on the front of my crate. I want to keep the look that it had, the paneled look. I really like that. So I'm going to use my X-Acto knife to cut through these flowers to make sure that I keep that look. So I'm just carefully using my X-Acto knife. I don't have the steadiest hand, so I did kind of go upward and make a scratch on my paint. So I just go ahead and fix that. But again, just cutting through the flowers to keep the look. Now I'm cutting another flower into half and going ahead and putting half a flower on either side of this crate. So for all these projects that I made today with these flowers, I just used 1 sheet of these Dollar Tree wall stickers. Now I'm going to be going ahead and using my antique wax to gently distress this. If you do not like distressing, you don't have to distress. This is just how I like to do it to give it a farmhouse appearance. Now again, with our Mod Podge, I'm just going to go over everything so nothing scratches off, and this is easy to dust. Here is what it looks like, you guys. I absolutely love it. The vase that you see behind it, I had made several months ago when I had found these stickers previously. It was just a galvanized vase that I had on hand that I just painted, added the stickers, distressed and Mod Podged. So I think this looks really pretty together. All right, so for DIY number 3, let's show you how I created this super cute shelf using Dollar Tree items. So I began with these 4 little pieces from Dollar Tree left over from the fall time. And they do have that little piece in there I was just showing you. Okay, and I'm also going to be using 4 Dollar Tree crates. So I'm going to go ahead and flip one of these pieces upside down and place my crate inside. They fit perfectly on either side of that little piece that is sticking out. So I'm just going to go ahead and use that wood glue that I had on hand at that time. I guess I used it all, and some hot glue. When they fit perfectly down there, the glue is just to give them some extra stability. Now with some more glue, and then we are going to take that other piece and place that right on top. And again, perfect fit. I was so excited to figure this out. Of course, there is a gap in the middle, but I have a plan for that. So now I'm going to make another set, just like so, repeating the same steps, and I'll attach everything together. So I'm just going to use some more of my glue and attach these 2 pieces together. So you have that Dollar Tree long piece, your 2 crates, a long piece, your 2 crates, and a long piece. Now I'm taking another long piece, and I'm taking that little piece out like I'm showing you, and I'm just kind of using it to get some straight lines there in the middle, because I'm going to go ahead and cut this in half, but you're going to be leaving that little piece out to make it a perfect fit, and that little piece is just the width of that long piece, if that makes sense, because since you have a long piece going through the middle, you need to remove that much. So I hope that makes sense, but once you remove from the middle of this stick piece, once you remove from the middle, you'll have 2 smaller pieces left that fit perfectly on the top and the bottom. So hopefully that made sense, probably watching more so than me rambling on. But however, once those are glued in there, I'm going to go ahead and take some Dollar Tree craft sticks and cut them down and adhere them to either side so that I have a nice clean finish and this looks nice. So I go ahead and do the either side of that middle panel. I wish I knew what to call those decor pieces instead of like stick or long thing. I'm hoping I'm not confusing you guys, but however, I'm just putting these craft sticks all around. So as you can see me doing, just using glue to glue them down, and this just adds a more finished look in my opinion and makes this look nice. Of course, you absolutely don't have to do this if you don't want to, but once you get it exactly how you want it, you can go ahead and paint it. So I gave this 2 generous coats of my Waverly white chalk paint, and once that was done, I went over this entire thing with my Waverly antique wax. I painted on with a paintbrush and then rub it off with a paper towel. So I do this all over, and then in spots that I want to bring out a little bit more of this white color, I just dry brush some more of that Waverly white over the top, and there's what you have. Now to make a couple of cute little pieces to go inside, I take this Love Never Fails little easel sign that I had purchased last year from Dollar General, and I'm just going to be painting the outer border with my Waverly Ballet Slipper chalk paint, and then I'm going to be covering that little heart in the love with a foam flower from Dollar Tree. I'm just going to trim a couple of the petals off so I do not cover my letters, and go ahead and glue that down in a way that it looks super, super cute. And then this is going to fit in more of my decor for Valentine's Day, and it fits perfectly in my little shelf. Then I'm going to go ahead and take a little wooden heart from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to paint this heart with my Waverly Ballet Slipper chalk paint. Once my heart is all painted, I'm going to dry brush over it with my Waverly plastered chalk paint like so. And then I'm going to go around this whole heart with that beautiful heart lace from Dollar Tree, just gluing it down all around the edge, similar to what we did with our first project, just gluing it all the way down and then trimming off any excess. And this heart looks absolutely adorable, and as well fits perfectly in our little shelf that we just created. Next up, we're going to take another wooden heart from Dollar Tree, and we're going to go ahead and do the same type of thing. So we're going to go ahead and take this wooden heart and we are going to paint around the edge with our Dollar Tree plaster chalk paint. And once that is done, we are going to go ahead and put a Dollar Tree sticker like we've been using during these crafts just to tie this all together. I'm going to go ahead and lightly place this down. I don't adhere it yet. I lift up the one side where I see that I'm going to need to paint the heart. I paint it, dry it, and then push the sticker down. I trim off any excess, and that way these beautiful hearts go together in my shelf, but they look a little bit different. And I'm going to take a little piece of that Dollar Tree lace just for an accent and glue it up in the top of my heart. And I am about to show you the final reveal of the shelf, what it looks like with these cute little pieces. I just took a little house that I had in my stash from the Target dollar spot and painted it with the same color of pink. And here is what my shelf looks like. Absolutely adorable. I really hope you like it. Of course, I can change it up for every single season. So here's what it looks like. And again, thank you so much for stopping by my channel today. Thank you for all of your support. Please remember to check out our playlist and go over and say hi to Zaina and Connie. Once again, thank you so much. Please stay safe and I'll see you soon.
You can subscribe to my mom's channel, and thank you for watching today's craft and stay safe.